Well, how's it going out there today, guys and gals in sport land? This is JPC with J&J Outlaw Sports once again. And before I get started today, I'd like to give a big shout out to one of our subscribers, Lee Barton, who gave me an epiphany. And that's the way it usually works. That's the way it always works. With the common Joes and the common Sallies in the know, even more so than those media talking heads. Because that's where I get my ideas from, is the common Joes and the common Sallies, just like the media does. It's just they don't always give them credit. And that's why I do. So, now, getting right to it. Today we have us an alliance. Class, by golly, by gosh, we got us an alliance. And they have come forth and they have said unto us, they said to us, college football world, college sporting world, we are here as one mind, one like-minded alliance. We're here to govern and to make sure the moral compass of college sports and athletics, along with academia, are held to a standard that we will make sure is voted upon in the right and just way. Yeah, okay. If y'all believe that, y'all need to put your tooth on your pillow and wait and see if you get a $5 bill in the morning. Just saying. That's all good and well, and I'm not trivializing academics because we all know you have to go to school and do your work and all that good stuff, but I'm just tired of the Big Ten trying to hide behind the AAU thing all the time. They say this ain't about money and it's not monetary, but they keep saying they can't add anybody to their conferences because they don't add value. Well, wait a minute now. Y'all said it was about academics and AAU accreditation. Oh, and Kansas and Iowa State, for example, they both AAU. And they bring great fan bases, great enrollments. Kansas is a historically great college basketball program, and the Big Ten's a good basketball conference. It sounds like value to me. It sounds to me like there's some double talking, some hypocrisy there, and some pouting going on. The pouting is the big thing that I'm talking about here, especially with the Big Ten and Texas. Big Ten wanted Texas and maybe Oklahoma back when Texas A&M Missouri bolted for the SEC and the Pac-12 as well. The Pac-12 wanted Texas and Oklahoma and Texas Tech and Oklahoma State in a 4-team deal because back then Texas and Oklahoma was still trying to pretend that they cared about their brother and sister institutions in the Big 12 to some degree. Okay? And I'm just so tired of them trying to make it out like, oh, we're trying to watch out for the moral compass of the student athlete when it's not. That's not what they're doing. We're all watching out for the student athlete to a degree. So don't try to act like you're holier than thou, because that shit just ain't gonna play. Now, here's what the SEC could do. They really want to shake this little alliance. The ACC is the weird character in all this. Like, why would the ACC align themselves with two teams in the Fox Hen House? Good analogy, right? And I thought about it, and I'm like, wow. You know, the ACC is they have signed a contract with ESPN as their TV network, and the SEC's in the bed with ESPN too. So maybe the ACC is paranoid that the ESPN and the SEC is going to try to maybe poach members from the ACC next and make the ACC the next Big 12, now Big 8. That's what they're scared of. That's all this has to do is try to protect people from getting poached again, especially with the ACC. And if I was the SEC, I would go over there and take about 4, maybe 5, maybe even 6 members out of their conference. And then maybe go over there and take maybe the best 4 that's left out of the Big 12. Then go out, maybe get 5 or 6 from the non-Power 5s, the best brands out there from the non-Power 5 conferences from Central Florida, Cincinnati to Memphis maybe. And form your own Super League to combat what's going on with this supposed holy alliance. More like unholy. They basically said that we're going to govern together, like-minded, on matters concerning college athletics and academia. So basically what they're telling the SEC is, hey, you might have some of the best teams in sports, but you're going to abide by our rules because we're going to govern this thing by numbers. We're going to have 40 member institutions, maybe even 41 if Notre Dame's on board, which don't look for Notre Dame to be on board as much as you think. Because Notre Dame's Swarbrick was involved in the 12-team playoff thing with Bowles being the SEC commissioner and ESPN. So, wouldn't count Notre Dame in the fold too quick there, Alliance. But since they're basically threatening to govern by numbers, if I was the SEC, I'd go out and form my own Super League just like them. Because that's what they're trying to do. That's what they got. They got them a Super League, and they think that they're going to govern by numbers and vote down anything the SEC wants to do or the Big 12 or Big 8 wants to do by numbers. And they could, especially if the NCAA goes away. So, if I'm the SEC, y'all want to act like that, y'all can't govern us by numbers if we take your numbers. You can't govern the SEC by numbers if we take your numbers. The SEC goes out and merges with the rest of the Big 12 and then goes over there and poaches half of the ACC and maybe takes some big-name players in the non-Power 5 world. Yeah, things are going to be a lot more even then. And y'all probably ain't going to like it too much. And Ohio State they're not out of the realm either. And let me tell you why Ohio State don't like Kevin Warren. They can say what they want to. They say things are good now, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, Ohio State got their toes stepped on by Kevin Warren last year when he tried to strong-arm the season and almost cost Ohio State a chance to playoffs, which is what he would have done had he had his way. So, who's to say, that if the SEC decides to just change their acronym to something else like the Sports Entertainment Conference, they could just go out and get any team. Wouldn't matter what the geography was. You can go out and take Ohio State away from them. Take Notre Dame. So, hey, Notre Dame, I know you got NBC, but hey, you want to be a part of the Bush League? Or do you want to be a part of the winning league? And that's all I got to say about that. My opinion, they go out there and poach about 4 or 5 members from the ACC. I can tell you now, the Alliance will be wetting their diapers and losing their bowels profusely. And with that, I'd like you guys and gals to leave some comments in the comments section and tell me what you think about all this. And like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell too, because the bell will notify you when I'm up and on the air, so you guys can get in here. And like I said before, give me hell, give each other hell, give everybody hell. And with that, KMCA to all the other teams.